It's a hot, humid night in October, the kind of night that makes you think that maybe summer hasn't quite given up yet. I'm working in Lowell, Massachusetts, an old New England mill town on the Merrimack River. My job there is to collect water quality samples every hour at the face of a hydroelectric dam. Water is diverted from the Merrimack River down this old canal to the dam, where there are two hydroelectric turbines that spin and generate electricity. I'm taking the midnight to 0800 shift because I'm the boss on the project, and I want to show the young guys that I'm willing to do the dirty work. I'm getting ready for the 0300 sample, and I'm stationed upriver on the canal in this beautiful, small, old New England mill building. It's only about 15 by 30 feet, but it has a thick granite floor, solid granite walls, slate roof. It looks like it would survive a nuclear blast. I have all my equipment ready in a crate, starting to go down, and I hear, but more accurately feel, this low-frequency rumble go through my body. I go, what's that? Haven't heard that before. It passes. Everything seems to be okay. All right. I bend down to pick up my crate of equipment. As I'm looking down, to my complete horror and disbelief, I start to see water rising up through what I thought was a solid granite floor. I freeze for an instant, chill goes through my body, the hair goes up on the back of my neck, but I know I have to do something. I don't know what I'm gonna do, I have to do something. I run around the building, I'm picking up equipment off the floor that shouldn't get wet, I'm putting stuff on shelves, the water is continuing to rise, I pick up some more stuff, and now the water is knee deep. I start thinking, this is getting scary. Enough of the equipment, I gotta take care of myself. I run out of the granite building, and I go up to this catwalk that connects the granite building with the dam. I go up to a high point on the catwalk. I look to my left and right, look to the left, and where I just came from out of the granite building is now underwater. The approaches to the catwalk is underwater. I look down to my right, and the way down to the dam is also underwater, and the water is continuing to rise. You can tell by now I'm not having a good night. But things are about to get really weird. I peer down through the dim light into the dark water, and I can see now that the river is running backwards. I have no understanding of how this is happening. I'm a scientist. I like to think that everything can be explained, but I feel my blood pressure drop, my field of vision narrows, and I almost feel as if I'm watching myself watch the river run backwards. I step back from the catwalk, and here's the situation. I'm all alone. It's 3 in the morning. I got flooded out of my building. I'm on a catwalk. The water is rising. The river is running backwards, and I'm in an old New England mill. I might as well be living in a Stephen King novel. But I know I can't panic. I have to stay in the moment. There's going to be an explanation. I just don't know what it is. Panic will only make it worse. I look to my left and right again, and I can see now the water's dropping. The approach to the catwalk is clear. The way down to the dam is clear also. That's good. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's going to happen again. But it's 3 o'clock. I got to collect the 3 o'clock sample. Go down to the dam, collect the samples, get out of there as quick as I can, come up over the catwalk, back into the granite building, and it's wet in there. Something really did happen. I have to collect another sample at 0400, and I spend the next hour with 1 foot in the granite building and 1 foot on the catwalk in case I have to get out of there again. 4 o'clock comes. I go down to the catwalk, go down to the dam, and there's a technician there from the hydroelectric company. Says to me, how you doing? Okay. He's working on the control panel. And he says, did anything unusual happen? Yes, it did. I heard a low-frequency rumble. I got flooded out of the granite building. I got stranded on the catwalk with the water rising, and then the river ran backwards. He says, yeah, that'll happen. What do you mean that'll happen? He explains. The turbines tripped offline, meaning they stopped turning. There was no way for the water to get through. but the water continued to come down the canal, hit the face of the dam, rose up, and then formed a wave that then traveled back up the canal. So it was sort of like a little kid was sloshing back and forth in the bathtub. So there was a logical explanation for what happened. I said to the technician, wow, I was really scared. I thought I was in danger there. He says, you weren't in any danger. There's an overflow upriver from you that then dumps the water back into the river. Well, I didn't know that at the time. And it was pretty scary. Back at the dam, it's the next day. And the day crew comes on. A couple of the younger guys, they're sort of milling about, murmuring among themselves, not really meeting my eye, a few half snickers. And finally, one of them pipes up and says, hey, Paul, anything happen last night? I looked at him and said, yeah, I got a little wet, but it wasn't anything I couldn't handle. I turned and walked away with a half smile myself. I didn't want them to know just how scared I really was. Thank you.